Thank you, and good afternoon. I'd like to give you an overview of Dunnedin Ventures. We are focused on the Kahuna Diamond Project, an advanced stage diamond project up in Nunavut. I will be making forward-looking statements. Please keep this in mind. As I said, our main project is Kahuna. It's a project that was discovered in 2001, and a previous operator spent $30 million on it, from which we, of course, benefited greatly. We were able to declare an inferred resource right away, right off the bat, when we started out in 2015. That's a resource of 4 million carats of diamonds at a very good grade of a carat per ton. That's our starting point, and expanding and building upon this resource is one opportunity and one sort of area of our work. The other opportunity inherent in our project is the discovery potential. Our existing resource is on 2 dikes, and our exploration effort has been directed mostly towards discovering Kimberlite pipes, which could be much larger, significantly larger bodies of mineralization, and could be a real game changer or step up for the company. So that's the second sort of area of our work. We also have a couple of copper porphyry exploration projects. Those are the jokers in our back pocket, and I will touch on those at the end of my presentation briefly. Let me start with the team behind the company. Our CEO is Chris Taylor. He's a geologist with a very good nose for good projects. His second company is Great Bear Resources, which has been one of the great discovery stories in 2018 in Canada. Very successful. Dunnedin is his second company, and we're hoping to follow in Great Bear's footsteps. We have Chuck Fipke involved. He is our largest shareholder and also technical advisor. He's the brain behind our exploration work. If you know diamonds, I'm sure you're familiar with Chuck. He has discovered the Ekati diamond mine, Canada's first diamond mine, and kicked off the entire diamond boom in Canada. He's a Hall of Famer, world-renowned diamond expert, and having him in the boat is obviously great help for us. John Robbins, whom you probably know of as well. He is also shareholder and advisor of our company, and we're actually part of the discovery group of companies, sort of a loose alliance of company all around John Robbins. He's a very well-known mining entrepreneur in Canada with some great successes and a fabulous track record, and having him as an advisor and supporter and shareholder is also very valuable for us. What do we like about Kahuna? Why did we take on the projects? These are a couple of the diamonds we discovered, or we recovered from the project. If you know diamonds, you can see that those are good-looking stones, and in diamonds, a diamond is not a diamond is not a diamond. The quality of the diamonds is a key ingredient to the economics of a project, and we like very much what we see so far. Very good value characteristics. And from the project, the previous operator also recovered already a very large stone, more than 30 carats, which is very unusual this early in the exploration stage. So we know there are big diamonds on the project. We also have indicator minerals abundantly that are specific to big diamonds, and that obviously is also a very big part in the value equation. So high quality diamonds and large diamond potential. That's why we like the Kahuna project. And another aspect that attracted us to the project, and where we are very fortunate, is the location. The project is located very near Rankin Inlet. That's the community you see at the bottom left of the map. That's Nunavut's second largest town. So we have a workforce, we have infrastructure, port, airport, everything you need for an exploration project, which is obviously a big factor and makes it much more economic to explore up in the Arctic. And you also see this gray shaded area to the left of our project ground. That's Agnico Eagle's Meliadine gold mine, a large gold mine that's currently being built. And being right next to such a big mine development obviously is also a big advantage for us in terms of infrastructure. As I mentioned before, we have an existing resource, 4 million carats. Straight from the surface, you see there when we took a previous mini bulk sample in the picture. And the resource is on 2 very steeply dipping, more or less vertical kimberlite dikes, which have very good geometry for low-cost mining, so very amenable to mine. And we have 4 million carats at a high grade, 4 carat per ton. This is a maiden resource. It's a small resource, but there's a lot of upside and expansion potential that's very easily visible. We have a target for further exploration of an additional 4 to 15 million carats. That's mineralization underneath, further below our current resource. We drilled deeper. We hit kimberlite every single time, but we haven't drilled enough to be able to include it in a resource, but have a target for further exploration. And if you add this together with our 4 million carat resource, that brings us already in the ballpark of 20 million carats. And just for comparison, the 2 diamond acquisitions last year in Canada, Peregrine Diamonds and Kennedy Diamonds, both of those companies, they had a resource around the 20 million carat mark and had started or already finished a PEA. So with what we have between our resource and the target for further exploration, we're already looking at an amount of mineralization where you can actually start thinking of economic evaluation. So that's our existing resource. The additional target for further exploration, further at depth, we have on top of those 2 diamondiferous dikes, 7 more known diamondiferous dikes on the property, and many, many more linear structures that are untested. So there's significant upside beyond what we currently have, and so a lot more potential. We've just started a study with SRK on our kimberlite dikes that will be looking at the expansion potential of our resource and then potential mining scenarios. We will have the results of that in the next couple of weeks, in the month of February, and that's obviously a very exciting first step on the way to a economic evaluation and the future PEA. So watch for news from this piece of work. And so far I've talked mostly about our existing resource and the expansion potential behind it. The other side to our work is really the discovery aspect, and when I say the discovery aspect is the discovery of a potential kimberlite pipe, one or several kimberlite pipes, which would be much, much larger ore bodies, potentially, or bodies of mineralization. We have done a lot of sampling over the last couple of years, taken over 5,000 samples and analyzed them for indicator minerals. And there are certain areas where the diamond indicator minerals are abundant and just in orders of magnitude higher concentration than in other areas. That's obviously near our dikes where we have the resource already, but there are also other areas, in particular this red area that you see on the map there, the large red area sort of towards the left of our property, which is called the Josephine area, where we have abundant diamond indicator minerals. We have found diamonds already in tills, but there is no known source of these indicator minerals in diamonds yet. So we know there must be a source of the diamond somewhere. We're exploring for it. Last year we started drilling. We were able to zoom into the most prospective area and reduce it significantly in size, and we will be going back again this year and continue drilling. And if we're able to hit one or several kimberlite pipes, diamondiferous pipes, that would be a real game changer for the company, a transformative event. So that's the excitement in our work. Watch out for news. We will be drilling again this year. And as I said, we also have 2 copper projects, which are non-core projects for us, sort of in our back pocket. And we have now started actively to unlock the value in those projects. First one is Trapper, which is a porphyry gold copper project in northern BC. It's right next to the project where GT Gold made a big discovery last year and had some fabulous intercepts. In fact, it's a very similar project, similar porphyry geology. It's obviously been very helpful for us. That has created some interest in the copper porphyry space. And we also have another very similar, also gold copper porphyry project called MPD that we recently acquired, which is in southern BC, which is also formerly drilled, with very good intercepts, but just recently being consolidated from 3 smaller projects. And that's also an attractive project with immediate exploration upside and significant size potential. So we have those 2 projects. We will be looking at ways, or are actively looking at ways of unlocking their value, either through drilling or a transaction. So watch for news on this side of our work as well. That brings me to the end of my presentation. These are our milestones as we go forward. We have some diamond till results coming up, and we will define the targets for and announce the targets for our drilling for kimberlite pipes. We also have the results from the study with SRK on the way forward of our kimberlite dikes coming up. We are planning to be on the ground to explore in spring and then again in summer. And as I said, in copper as well, we are at the moment actively taking these projects forward and expect some news on that side. With this, thank you very much for your interest. If you have any further questions, please find me on the ground. And thank you very much.